Hey guys, let me quickly run something with you before I go to work. Most of you get into marriage and they think it's gonna be love right through. Well, I'm here to tell you, good, marriage is work. Marriage is not love. Why is it work? You meet a guy, he's 30 years old. You meet a woman, she's 30 years old. You get together, you decide to get married. Now you are going to work. How are you going to work? You're going to work because your characters are not the same. You are not raised the same. The visions are not the same. The goals are not the same. Now you are working into building this thing called marriage. Now, the love of marriage is the one that's going to be built. The love that you got in with emshatweni, it's no longer existing. The love that you got with your partner while you were still jolling, nichola, it's not the same love you will get to when you get married. Because now when you get married, it's that love of understanding and building in the characters of this current marriage or this current home you're trying to build for your kids. The one you had the time Nisachola Lingagashati, it was for the both of you to enjoy. But this one that you get into marriage, it's gonna be different because there are characters that are coming in. The characters is to build a home. Now you have a different vision and your husband has a different vision because of now you are entering into building. Emjolweni, you were looking for a company to build the house. Now that you are building the house, it comes visions, it comes character, it comes. That's why sometimes you get Nyejola for 7 years, but when you get married, you divorce for 1 month. It's because there's a character that comes into marriage, and that character we must not ignore. That character is the character that we need to work. That's why I'm saying marriages work. You now get to understand that your wife gives her family money when you don't, and you want to save for your kids, but your wife believes in providing for her family. That's the character I'm talking about when you get into marriage. When you get into marriage, you must understand that you like investing into property. Your wife believes in saving. What do you do in such? It's your character as a person, good to me, this is what I believe in. It's his character that this is what they believe in. Now, when you get into marriage, you must find a common ground. That's where work comes in. You are working into having the same character and the same visions, because every time when you disagree, fights will be in the house. You can stay married. You can be married and sleep once a month. That's normal. And have sex once a month. That's so normal. But because when already you have this plan, this is the type of marriage that I want, this forgetting the work side. That's why it will not work out. That's where the disrespect will come in, because you'll feel like, Mina, my husband doesn't understand what I want. Your husband is enough for you up until you go outside and flirt with other men. Your husband's sex is enough for you up until you go and find the other outside. What you know will always be enough until you go and taste. So when you get into marriage, you must understand you are there to work on each other's character of building a new home. But emjolweni, you cannot build umjolo because you are still having fun and you share nothing. Emshatweni, you share kids. Emshatweni, you share finance. Emshatweni, you shouldn't have secrets, because now when you share kids, there's a kid you'll feel offended as mother and you'll want to step in. Like you fight for such things. Why this? That's marriage. Now you work. You need to teach your husband how to discipline kids, or he needs to teach you how to discipline kids. There are kids also feel yo, my father loves lona ukdlula lo. These are the things you and is banga yo endly with your partner when you are married. And that's realistic. That's real things. Sorry. Kono ozothi wena ungathanda baba kasbusiso, wena ngathanda untombi ukudlula usibusiso. Nisazolweka lo. Why usho so. It's marriage is work, guys. I don't know how to explain it, but when you get into marriage, you must know that you are going to work. Yes, it's fun. Ubumnandi bukhona, but most It's work. And eventually you'll get to a stage whereby already these characters and you'll feel like oh, my husband has changed. No, the character, and at the end of the day, you building this marriage or you working on this marriage together, it will determine the end character. That's why at times we say, oh, my husband has changed. So it's either when you build, you change for the worst or for the worse or for the good. There's no middle. So if you say your husband has changed or if you say your wife has changed, it's either they've changed for something good that works for this marriage, or they are just worse, or a new character that you didn't even know. That's why you'll be like, I didn't know my husband can do this, or I didn't know my wife can do this. Because it's the character that came from building their marriage, their new home.